Hi, my name is Nicholas Bazos, and this is my Graybox level for Unreal Tournament. And I'm calling it Waterfall Outpost. So let's get right into it. So I made a lot of changes since my layout drawing, and it's been mostly about like sort of providing some more geometry to what I initially planned to really like aid the movement. And this is definitely going to be an ongoing process for me as I iterate on this gray box and have the final level, because it's just going to take a lot of testing. But I'm pretty happy with how my gray box is right now. And after we move around with the camera a little bit, I'll show you what it's like to move around with the actual player. So look up here, we have our two top towers here, and we have weapon spawns, two of the medium health, and an armor spawn in the back of each. And like I said in my layout drawing explanation, with this map I'm sort of going for a low pickup, with the exception of health, a low pickup, low power up sort of experiment, and seeing how it turns out in the final form. So the only power up I have is this U damage here at the end of this sort of a leap of faith element, and we have that nice big keg of health at the end. Right now this is water, and if we go in, I have the post-process volume already set up. I have the gravity already set up. I just need to look for a water plane to get that nice little pool there. Little pool in the outpost on the waterfall, which is, I want to include just for cool aesthetic purposes. So we have a couple of jump pads. There's a consistent theme that I'm trying to go for here too, is multiple ways to scale, because I really love verticality in this game especially. And of the maps I have played, I've enjoyed very high places and be able to get to them in different ways. So we have the stairs back here, the jump pad there. We'll go down here. There's, gotta slow this down a little bit. We have another jump pad there, weapon spawns. Around the pool is really just a lot of health, so you can scale around that quick. And I put a lot of this geometry in to not give so open of a view on players. So when they're launching it from the bottom to from this basement warehouse area, I didn't want them to give them a single choke point to go up and down this. So this will provide a nice bit of flanking tactics and just guard against chokehold and player frustration. I've also increased the amount of spawns for my layout drawing. We have two down here, and I didn't show them up there, but I'll go show them real quick. There's one right here, one there. So we two in the basement, two on this platform, one on this platform, one on the other, and we go down here, one here, and then one over here as well. So I'll be testing how this works for the player spawns, and I'll add more if necessary. And they all should be next to weapon spawns, which they are, as we can see. But going down to the bottom, this warehouse area, I do plan on adding some more things to it, but I really liked what it is right now. It's a little bit minimalistic, a little bit simple, but you'll see when I get into play that I can it's cool to have a nice little dodge and fight mechanic when you're moving around these pillars, and a lot of people are coming in through the various holes. So yeah, so let's just get into it and show it the player. Just coming here, I spawned down here, but you can see when fighting, it could be a lot of this when engaging with enemy players, a lot of jumping in back and forth, and that's why I wanted to put weapon spawns in all three of these lanes to sort of put the incentive on not abandoning or ignoring one. So there'll be combat all around here, down here. We can take the jump pad up, which brings up over to the sort of left side if we wanted to keep going. Or there's option for lift pad, so we'll go down here. And it's not too bad of a drop either, so players will be able to drop from if they angle it right up there, if they would want to sort of get down with a surprise attack. But we have this lift that goes up. And we have these sort of gun placements around here, and I'll just show quickly around. I have a bunch of these health vials, this big keg of health which hasn't spawned yet, and I've aligned the perimeter of the pool with the health vials because it could be a nice way for the player to really rack up a lot of health. They do the full lap. They make the sacrifice of time in the match to do the full lap around, and it should be fairly um, protected, even though it's an open area. But just because a lot of the fighting will be concentrated within these geometrical structures. So moving on from here, we'll take this one out. And you can see I just sort of went over that jump pad. I could angle myself on the jump pad if I just wanted to do one whole jump onto the top platform, which is going to provide a pretty nice sniping point, but is also open itself. So I really try to keep that in mind when designing. So just to illustrate again, so we go down here. We can also jump, wall round off the jump. And then a player could, while running, shoot whoever's waiting for them here if they're suspecting it, because this is a player spawn as well. And the same thing with the other side as well. Oh, just threw myself off the map. Let's start that over. Nice, it spawned us in a good place. This is one thing I've had trouble with, is just sort of keeping the stairs proportional so you can get up them correctly. But I had to add this bottom platform, which kind of makes the experience a little chunky, so I'm going to be looking to improve this as we go in the future. But, and it's a little too close to the edge as well. And I plan to do something, well, not necessarily a plan, but I'm going to be thinking about adding edges, geometrical edges for guardrails, or something along the like, just to keep the player inside, or if I decide I might go against it to add that environmental hazard. But yeah, coming over here, we have the two great big pillars that we saw from down there. And this is a pretty cool area because a lot of, if you don't time it right, you can fall in here. And it's pretty hard to get out of here. But it'll be cool because you can jump in between those. Let's try and get back up there. Oops. Alright. Apparently I need to get my Unreal Tournament movement skills up. We'll go to the edge. And I really like this. I feel like this is where the U damage is. And this is at the sort of the focal point of the map. Along with that, which is the big keg of health. But I like this because, well, I wanted to keep... I really like incorporating leap of faith in my level design. And it's just because it's a part of gaming I've always really loved. So just sort of, I really wanted to add this sort of feeling of epicness when running to this edge from everyone who may be behind you, grabbing the U damage and jumping off into the water, which will give you no health damage, like fall damage penalty, but it will kind of leave you open while you're in the water for others to shoot down on you. So you take that risk when trying to get this U damage. You won't get it for free, which was an important thing as well, because it's a very powerful power up. A very powerful power up, and the reason it kind of goes hand in hand with what I was trying to do with limiting the amount of power ups on this map, because I'm making it the only one there on that single leap of faith we see right here. It will definitely be a focal point in an area of battle for players, a conflict of interest. So it will be a nice, I feel like it will create a nice battle flow, but we'll just see how it turns out. But I'm very happy with the Graybox so far, and hope you give it a try, and I hope you like my level. Thank you very much. This is Waterfall Outpost.